I was born into it. My dad, he's raced pigeons, and like his granddad before him, me granddad was a alumstone miner, and he had pigeons when they used to fly and for a quarter of tea, and there were very short races in them days because there wasn't the transport that they did.
I've been into pigeon racing since I was 11 years old. My first race was in 1969.
Then one day my local milkman, who was a pigeon racer, who I didn't realise, said to me, "Do you ever fancy racing pigeons, son?" And that's how it kicked off as a 14-year-old, and as a 15-year-old I joined the local red car club, and I've been in and out for the last 47 years, 48 years.
I started racing on my own when I was 12. Before that I raced with my dad and my brothers, and me and my friend Dave Harper, we went into racing pigeons, but we were best flyers in Thriber Club at that time. Just two lads, and they hated us. They absolutely hated us because we were beating all top-notch people. A handful of pigeons basically as well.
So these are what the birds go away in, and these are the ones that's loaded onto the transporter. I think we have about 36 baskets now. Well, for me, when I'm at my loft, everything seems to disappear. You know, you're there and you're looking after the birds, and that's your priority, and all your troubles and you know what's going on in your head seems to disappear. It's a good experience keeping pigeons. Sorts your brain out.
They've got a magnetic thing built in them, and they can pick up the magnetic field. That's why you can go north, south, east and west, and that bird knows how to come home.
But that's how you want them. You want them as tame as you can get them. You want them to love that loft. You want them to love and that's what they come home for. Not for anything else, it's just to get home to their mate and to their loft. And it's only a little bit of a box, what belongs to them, but that's theirs. Any other pigeon goes in and they'll fight to death.
The whole culture in the villages where we grew up was all pigeons. It was all racing pigeons. It was the thing that fellas did. You know, they smoked the fags, they drunk the beer, they went down the club. People didn't get to travel and mix as much as what everybody does nowadays. Then, as a kid, it was all, that was what the life was. You know, you just grew up in it.
I've had birds in the past that have been very good birds, and you couldn't motivate them for life. You know, they're the most laid-back individual. I always remember at home, 49 as we used to call him, when he was right, he sat in the corner of the kitchen and just hooed to himself. The rest would be all around the sky, whoa, and he'd woo, woo, on a Saturday. If he did that on the midweek, I said, "Oh lad, 49's ready." So, you know, again, it's a character you've got to pick out in the bird.
The last years I've been ill. I had to finish work, didn't want to. Everybody said I had to pack in the pigeons because I wouldn't be able to look after them. When I was bad and after the last operation, which was the brain operation, somehow it just didn't all click and gel, and I never seemed to do anything. But I kept going and kept going. And two people said it to me this year. He said, "Just believe it. Just believe it, it'll do it. Imagine it, and it will happen." I was sat here just this year, and it did. And I haven't won the gold medal. I was 182nd, but I won the club and won the trophy in the club and was 22nd fed. So that's been kind of life-changing for me now, because I've got my mojo back. That's why I'm able to talk to you. I wouldn't have been able to, because I was just a cripple sat in a chair there. So it's kind of like motivated me, and that's inspiring me now to carry on and do that.
But the best joy that I get is gorgeous. When a pigeon comes 500 odd mile and it makes it home on the day, there's nothing better than that. And he goes into your loft and he's buzzing to get back home, and you're buzzing because he's got home. It's fantastic. It's just a fantastic feeling.